Hey all, it's K-pop vibes. Today it's our Blackpink Jennie edition. Jennie Kim was born in Seoul, South Korea, on January 16, 1996. Today, she is 30 years old, but her life demanded maturity from her much earlier. Raised by a single mother, Jennie learned independence before she learned comfort. As a child, she was sent alone to New Zealand, far away from home, family, and familiarity. While other kids grew up surrounded by protection, Jennie grew up learning how to survive on her own, carrying quiet strength and loneliness long before the world ever knew her name. At just 14 years old, Jennie entered YG Entertainment as a trainee. While most teenagers were still figuring out school and friendships, Jennie stepped into a world of strict rules, endless practice, and constant evaluation. She trained for almost 6 years, pushing herself every day to meet impossible standards. There were no guarantees of debut, only pressure to be perfect. Growing up under that intensity shaped her deeply, teaching her discipline and strength, but also planting the seeds of fear, self-doubt, and exhaustion long before her career even began. When Jennie finally debuted with Blackpink in 2016, it should have been the happiest moment of her life. Years of training, sacrifice, and waiting had finally paid off. But instead of peace, she was met with a storm. From the very beginning, eyes followed her more closely than the others. Every move, every expression, every outfit was watched and judged. What was meant to be a dream come true slowly became the start of a long battle, where success did not bring protection, only pressure. As Blackpink rose, Jennie became the most targeted. She was labeled YG's favorite, accused of getting special treatment, and blamed for opportunities she never asked for. When she debuted solo, the hate grew louder, with people saying she didn't deserve it. For years, she was criticized for her stage presence, her expressions, even her personality. Confidence was mistaken for arrogance, and quiet moments were turned into cruel assumptions. From debut onward, Jennie faced nearly 9 years of constant hate, carrying the weight of public judgment every single day. Behind Jennie's strength was her single mother, who raised her and supported her dreams quietly from the beginning. Growing up without a traditional family structure meant Jennie learned independence early, but it also meant carrying emotional weight alone. Her mother believed in her talent enough to let her chase a dream far from home, even when it hurt. That love was strong, but it came with pressure too, the pressure to succeed, to not fail, and to prove that every sacrifice her mother made was worth it. In January 2019, Jennie's relationship with EXO's Kai was confirmed to the public. What should have been a personal and happy moment quickly turned into pressure. Cameras followed every move, headlines spoke louder than feelings, and privacy disappeared overnight. Both were at crucial points in their careers, carrying heavy schedules and expectations. The constant attention and lack of space made it impossible to breathe as normal people, and the relationship ended shortly after. It wasn't because of a lack of feelings, but because fame left no room for love to grow quietly. Behind the hate, rumors, and headlines was a girl who had been strong for too long. Jennie carried the weight of expectations, criticism, and constant judgment while never being allowed to explain herself. Raised to be independent, trained to be perfect, and exposed to the world too early, she learned to stay quiet while pain spoke for her. People saw privilege, but not pressure. They saw confidence, but not fear. Jennie wasn't cold or arrogant, she was misunderstood, surviving in a world that never stopped watching. Jennie has never publicly explained the details about her father or why he was absent from her life. What is known is that she was raised by her mother, who became her main support system. The reason her father left was never shared, and that silence deserves respect. What matters is not the absence itself, but the strength Jennie built because of it. She grew up learning independence early, carrying responsibility quietly, and turning a missing presence into inner strength. Some stories don't need answers to be real. Jennie's is one of them. Jennie's story was never about being favored, it was about being exposed too early and judged too harshly. From growing up with a single mother, to training from the age of 14, to facing nearly 9 years of nonstop hate, she learned to survive in silence. Love was taken from her by pressure, confidence was mistaken for arrogance, and pain was ignored because success was visible. Yet she kept going, not because it was easy, but because she was strong. Jennie didn't rise without scars. She rose while carrying them quietly. And friends, that's the end. I have uploaded Lisa's documentary too, please go and watch that also. If you want BTS's members documentary, feel free to check my channel. Please like, share, subscribe and comment on this video, it means a lot to me. Bye bye.